Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Hypermine Vanilla Season 3. Today we're back at the iron farm, kind of like we were last time. And instead of working down here on the sorting system, what we're going to do is turn our attention to the roof. So let's get started. That's right, we're going to be working on more of an aesthetic thing today, and you might be wondering, why in the world are you going to do that when you haven't finished the actual functionality? Well, I need to have the roof in place so that I know where to put all of these sorting mechanisms once we're done. So we're going to be working on the ceiling, and the idea that I have in mind, and it's one of the reasons why I went with a 15 by 15. So over here there's 15 between this log and that log, and same over here, 15 all the way across. And so we've got a perfect square here and there and on the other side and over there, and that gives us something where we can easily make a curve that goes down the middle of this square. So we're going to have a curve right down the middle, and what that's going to do is simulate a curve going this way and this way on both sides of the roof. And I think the actual term for that is a double-barreled roof design, and it's something that you would see, let's see, 1300s to 1400s, somewhere in there. So well, it's before the Baroque period with the flying Gothic cathedrals, flying buttresses, and so on. It's kind of before that. So that's kind of the style I want to go for, and so that's what we're going to be working on. So I'm going to take care of this first side off camera, and then I'll bring you back and show you what we've got. All right, we've got kind of a mock arch on this side. You can see that like so, going up to the top, and then we've got the same arch over here, and they meet in the middle, and we get like this third arch all going towards the center, or the central drop chute for those iron golems right there. So what we're going to do is carry this around to all four quadrants. So let me take care of that real quick, and we'll come back and see what needs to be done next. Alright guys, now that we've got all four corners in, let's see how this goes in terms of our overall view. Boom, there we go. Yes, that looks a lot better than just having one corner. So we've got those arches going. There still seems to be something missing. One thing I've noted is that I need to connect this pillar with this pillar. We're going to do that up top, put another kind of, I don't know what, beam of logs across the way there. And that's going to help things, but we're missing one more thing. And while you're thinking about that, I need to make a note of something. We've still got the prismarine and dark prismarine right here, plus the lack of design back here. The reason that we've got the lack of design is because I don't know what you voted for yet. I have not yet released that episode, so I'm recording this and you haven't had a chance to vote yet. That's why I'm not taking care of that. We will get to that in a future episode, don't you worry. But for now, I had some time to record, so I wanted to take care of this episode. And there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little jump cut, and we're going to take care of our walls here. Yeah, we've got smooth stone and granite, andesite, diorite, dirt. Yeah, we need to clean up the walls. We're going to convert that to stone brick. It's still going to be kind of drab, but at least it's going to say, hey, we care about the design on the walls, and we're going to take care of that. So let me do that, and I will bring you back once we've got everything done on the walls. Well, we're back, and par for the course, we're going to be walking down this tunnel. You can see that we've got a little bit different texture here. I may be pushing this wall back, but we're not going to take care of that for now. I just wanted to bring a little bit more texture in here to kind of match with what's going on inside here. So, what do you think? That's a lot better, isn't it? I like it. It's starting to really feel like something is happening here. So I've carried that stone brick, and we are in the B00 texture pack. It kind of changes the look between almost a modified cracked stone brick texture and the regular one depending on your X, Y, and Z values. That's built into the texture pack. I'm not quite sure how that works, but we'll take a look at this in Faithful 32 before the end of our time together today. But our next piece. Oh, I forgot to put those in. I'll take care of those in the next jump cut, but we need some chandeliers. Our lighting options, we kind of get lost in the darkness up there in the ceiling. So we need some chandeliers, and so that's going to take a little bit extra effort because I have to scaffold up. I couldn't build that as I was going up with the roof, but yeah, so that's what we're going to do next. And what I want to show you also is out here on the exterior, you can see the wall kind of poking out from the corner of the mountain. So this is kind of giving us this feel of the castle peeking up out of the Spawn Island, Spawn Mountain kind of thing. I'm not quite sure what the design is going to be for the exterior, but we're kind of getting that feel coming together with what's going on in the storage area. So anyway, let me know your thoughts on that so far, and I'm going to take a cut and we'll get those chandeliers in. We'll get some additional decoration on the ceiling, and we should be coming to a quick close on this part of our episode. So back in just a moment. Oh, in a scene that is becoming increasingly familiar with this, I am going to walk down this hallway and we're going to just take a look at the ceiling. So there we go. What do you think of those chandeliers right there? I like it. I think we're finally getting to the point where the moment we walk in, we get that feel that I've been going for. Whoa, right? I hope that's what we're getting. That's what I'm getting, and I hope you can agree with that. So, for this episode, we have been kind of just doing some quick jump cuts, and we're not even halfway through what we normally do in this episode. The reason, or at least the timing, that is, we're about 10 minutes in, and usually we go for about 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes later. It depends on what we got going on. But the reason that I'm going rather quickly is because I wanted to get this done, and then I wanted to set up the next project. That's right, we're not done with this one. We've got plenty to do. You see my overall to-do list? Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff still to do here at Spawn, but the next project, I want to get that started so that we have things that we can jump back and forth to. So I need to leave some of these supplies over here, and then we're going to be jumping off from our home base. I've got tons of stuff here. I will empty that off camera, and then what we're going to do is head north. There are a couple of locations that I would like to visit, and just to give you an idea of what we're looking for in the project that's coming up. And don't worry, we will be at the Iron Farm. We're going to be jumping from here to there to still a little bit left to do at Spawn, or at Port Hypermine rather, because we're at Spawn now. So I want to have a few different things that we can kind of jump between so that you guys don't get bored and I don't get bored. We keep the inspiration going. So anyway, let me clear my inventory and then I will meet you at Port Hypermine as we get ready for a little adventure. All right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are back at Port Hypermine, and you can see in my inventory we've got an inner chest, we've got a bed, plenty of food, and I've got some more stored in the inner chest. Right now I've just got the Fortune 3 and Efficiency pick, but I've got a Silk Touch pick in the inner chest, so if we need to put that down, we can easily pick it back up. And what we're going to do now is go north and take a look at a couple of places that T.O. is actually already found and he's let me know about, but we're going to go take a look at these. I don't think he's going to take on this particular project, so I'm going to take it on. It's something that we need here on Hypermine, so I'm just going to continue on this path, and once I get to the first one, we'll see if it suits our needs. Otherwise, we'll take a look at both of them Oh, that's One Wolf's build right there. And he's currently in the process of working on Terra Firma Punk, his mod pack. So he hasn't been doing so much on that, and maybe eventually he'll get back to that. But anyway, just to let you know what you see along the way here. But I'm not going to keep you for the entirety of this. We've got a long distance to cover. So I will meet you back at the place that we are working towards. So I'll see you then. Well, here's the first location, and it does not look like it's got what we're looking for. And by now, if you've been around Minecraft for a while, you know what I'm looking for. And what we're going to do now is go to the next location that is on the list. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the second location that I wanted to visit. It's a pretty nondescript swamp area. Very pretty, especially in this particular texture pack. I do probably need to set down a bed right here. Yeah, there we go. You know what? I didn't want to set my spawn point there. Nope, we want to do this. Okay. So yeah, kind of nondescript. So, oh. What's this structure? Oh, that's right. This is actually why I wanted to come here. It's because there is a witch hut, and TO has already marked this off. You can see we've got the standard protocol here for putting it such that we can see it on our internal map. So there we go. We've got one. I've checked all around. If you pull up the F3 screen, you can see the biome. It's swampland on all of the area. And there's no river or anything interjecting in it, so it's not a bad location. The only potential downside is that we are pretty close to some extreme hills there on the far corner. How about on this side? Let's pull off the F3. It looks like it is swampland all the way around. So let's go over here some. I've got my depth strider boots on, which makes traveling through the water very, very easy. Now it looks like right here is... yeah, so this is river biome. You can see the sky kind of clears up. And then the moment you get back on swampland, the special color map comes into play for the swamp, which is kind of cool. It's a neat feature of the resource packs. It's one of the reasons why I like this. It's a special fog color. So it looks like it's swamp out even to that direction, and I think over there that's spruce. I can't tell. Anyway, I think within 128 it's not too bad, which is the main concern because we want to make sure that we can dig a decent perimeter and do it fairly quickly. Again, the only potential downside is this extreme hills area. Well, that's more plains right there. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much time, but I like this area. And I've already chatted with T.O. He is cool with me taking on the witch farm. And we'll see. He might help out on that as well. We've got a few people that are interested in a witch farm project. That is a cool looking tree. Alright, so it looks like within 128 we've got a little bit of extreme hills, but not too bad. So overall, that's not a bad location. So what I'm going to do is say, you know what, this is actually pretty good. I'm going to get some of these while I'm at it, since I am over here. Come on, why can't I hit those? And then I'm going to head off to the other swamp to see how that witch farm or witch hut has generated, and we'll see if that might be a possibility because it is a little bit closer based on the coordinates, a little bit closer to Port Hypermine. So anyway, I'm going to get headed to that area, and I will bring you back in once we get there. Alright, you can see it coming into view here, and there we go. Witch hut number 2, and also unfarmed. Let's take a look at the bounding box here, and make sure that we don't have any river or anything. It's okay, so it's all swampland. This is good. Okay, so this one does have going for it that it is a little closer to Port Hypermine. Let's see. That way is plains and swamp. That way is swamp. This way it looks like forest and a little bit of swamp. I guess the only other option here is back here. So what do we have hiding over these hills? This might be the better one since it is closer. But it looks like it's going to be a little bit more land to clear, because that witch hut is right up against this forest. So, I don't know, it's kind of a toss-up here. Let's see. Let's go over this hill, see what we can see. Yeah, well, we've got some extreme hills over there, but overall, I think this is the one that we are going to go with because it is much closer and that'll be easier for people to get to from Port Hypermine doing the overland travel thing. So I think that's what we are going to, that's what we're going to say. We're going to decide on this one. So what I'm going to do is put a little marker, just change this up. Actually, put down a bed. I can't get on there. How about there? So let's just do this, make it day again, and we've got a zombie hanging around somewhere. I don't know where. Yeah, I don't know where. Probably a close to the surface cave. Yeah, there's probably one right under there. So anyway, what we're gonna do is put this sign back up, and then we'll head back to spawn and just say that's it for this episode. But anyway, for now, let's just put this on, and I will rejoin you back at spawn. Well, what better way to end the episode than here in my living room in Port Hypermine? We're done. We scouted out a couple of witch huts, and that is what we're going to be starting up here soon. We're going to be interchanging that with a little bit more work here on the Port Hypermine house and the iron farm. There's plenty to do still at the iron farm, but I want to make sure that you guys don't get bored with what I'm doing, and we're going to mix it up. So just to keep a couple of projects going at the same time. So join us next time. We've still got some stuff, as we've got an ankle biter hanging around the house here. We've got some stuff to do over at the iron farm. I'm not quite sure what we're going to get into for next episode, but it will be one of those three things. So landscaping here, one of the farms there at the iron farm, or at spawn, or get started on the witch farm. So who knows? We'll see. Stay tuned for next week. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, a like is always appreciated. And if you haven't done so already, think about subscribing so you're up to date with everything going on the channel. That's going to be it for now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking a look and spending some time with me this afternoon. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.